welcome Aries to your Astro Dice reading for November. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, and new subscribers, welcome, welcome. We're getting a lot of new subscribers. Yes, thank you, everyone, for being here. Okay, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Okay, guys, let's get straight in here. This is a big, interesting month. I'm telling every sign the same thing. Okay, this is starting out this month with the new moon. That is the great reset, right, of the year. And, of course, it's going to come with its challenges, of course. Right, so pretty much everybody's going to feel a little bit of a challenge going on, right, as it's kind of renewing itself, letting go of old things, bringing new things in. This is a great time for manifesting. We are going to have the full moon in Taurus on the 15th, which will also be a great time to manifest and really rework, right, what you're trying to rework on the new moon. As things are kind of falling away, to get ready for the new. Right? That's just the way it works, right? So it's going to be it could be a favorable time. Certain houses are going to be very favorable and other houses are going to be certainly a challenge. Okay. So let's just see what's going on with you. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses, to really get it down to see what we really need to focus on, right? Of course, you're going to be focusing on all houses, but which one is really going to, be coming up the most. So let's see. The 7th house. And it's going straight into Saturn with Virgo energy. Okay. So you're going to have some Virgo energy coming in with Saturn. It's a very interesting setup right there. I've only had one other sign that was like that, so very nice. The part of you that accepts challenge to gain the wisdom. Okay. Doing it Virgo style. The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. It would be really working towards what it is there's the challenge, and I just said it too, there's going to be some challenges. You can't get away from that. When you see what it is astrologically, okay, that's it. You just know. Anytime we have a reset, there's going to be ups and downs. It's just a part of the way it works, right? Going straight into the 7th house, one of my favorite houses. This in the 11th house is always my favorite, right? Wishes and dreams come true, of course. And of course, the 7th house is always great because we can dive deep into not just, right, one area, but, many areas. So this is the area of your life that's about long-term significant partners, romance, business, or family. And that's why I love that, because then it just kind of says, hey, we could be talking about partners, romance, business partners, our co-workers, our boss, or our family. So that gives it that boom, right? That boom effect. So let's go ahead, guys, and remember, this isn't diving too deep. Remember, it's very kind of, just let's go, right? It's a horoscope. It's tarot scoping. So let's get in here to the situation, the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Okay. I'm looking at that Saturn going, come on, tell me what the challenges is to gain the wisdom. Transition. Moving on for the change. We just talked about that. Leaving behind what no longer serves you. You need to get to these calmer waters within this relationship. Remember, the 7th house. What relationship is it? See, that I love that because I've already put it to you. That way you already, I bet they're going to talk about such and such. Yes, probably. Relationship So you could definitely having a relationship ending, but let's look and see what's going on. Diving deep over here. The Virgo to the Virgo. Whoa, that's some heavy Virgo going on over here. Literally the Hermit to the truth seeking. Really just taking a step inward. Looking at the situation. I think in this time right here, I think you guys are actually doing introspective work on how to leave this behind. Lack of commitment. You're saying they have lack of commitment. Some of you might be dealing with a Virgo. You know, it's kind of crazy. And it's almost kind of like to the point where it's kind of like either you or them. Put it where it needs to be, because you'll know. You'll know if it's not you, then it's definitely them. There is something here that says you were either you were unmotivated to learn from the failure. That's why you're going and seeking within. You're like, you know, why do I keep letting this happen? You know, I need to take a step back and really, you know, use my inner guidance over here and figure out, why do I let them be irresponsible? Why do I not learn from this situation? Definitely could be dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. And I just feel like it's kind of like you see the lack of commitment that they're doing. You see what's going on within the situation, wherever the situation is, whether it's within partners, friends, romance, business, colleagues, the boss, the family members, whoever this person is. It's kind of like, why am I doing this? Or you're looking inside saying, why am I allowing this to happen when they are unmotivated to learn from their own failures? And then it could be kind of like two in one. They don't want to learn from their failures. Why do I keep allowing myself to be put into this situation where I'm not really doing something about it, or leaving the situation, releasing the baggage, moving on from this situation? Why do I continue? For some of you, the first message that I have literally in my head is because I love you. And I wanted you to change. And I do see your procrastination. I do see the lack of commitment you want to give to me, but the love keeps me here. But now you're kind of looking deep inside going, is it enough? The new moon can do that. New moon, because it's high emotions, it wants you to go inside to really contemplate on the situations. That's the whole point of the full moon and the new moon. New moon wants you to be aware of things that are hidden from sight. The full moon shows itself and gives you what was hidden in sight. Full moon shines its light outward to show us what was hidden. The new moon hides things and makes us have to go inside to shine out our own light to figure it out. That's why it wants you to renew itself. That's why it's a reset. It's resetting itself, because the new moon means new. The full moon said, I reflected outward everything that you let go of, and time to really let go and shine your light. But the new moon, it makes us take a step back and say, you know, I'm ready for something new. And I really do feel with the Hermit sitting here that that's exactly what you're doing. Yeah. There was some rash decisions, and maybe you are getting ready to go. Maybe you know it's a rash decision to go. If you've already left, then you're just contemplating right now about the rash decision you made to leave. Maybe you're even being a little hard on yourself. Maybe you think, maybe I was more. Maybe I was over rash about the situation to where it became irresponsible of me. Maybe I just took all my shit, threw it in the car and left. Or maybe I emptied out my desk at work and I didn't tell them goodbye, didn't give shit, just left. You know what I mean? Sayonara, I gotta go. However it is, you might feel like it's either a rash decision to do such a thing, or it was a rash decision and now it's kind of haunting me and kind of like maybe I shouldn't have done it that way. Okay. Or maybe you think they're doing rash decisions that are upsetting you. Take it how it resonates, but that's definitely what's going on. Right now, I think you think that whatever you're going to do, the majority of you, that you think that if I do what I think I'm going to do, it's going to be a very rash decision, so I think I'm going to wait. Because you have the Six of Wands over here that says there will be a victory, there is hope, but wait, because it's in reverse. So saying I'm not rushing in just yet, I'm not moving just yet, I'm still contemplating, but I'm in the waiting game. Just wait, I'm moderately moving. Wait, I'm going to wait until the perfect timing. I want to wait. I don't want to do that because what I'm thinking is very rash. That's the way it comes off, okay? Now, if you know you've already done that rash decision, then it's telling you there's hope. There's hope. Everything's going to be fine. The Six of Wands will turn itself around. Right now, you're just in this contemplating moment of what you just did. Okay. And you're just waiting for the perfect timing, for the perfect harmony to come back together. Okay. So, could be also dealing with a Sagittarius. Or maybe they're moving. Okay. If you know it was them that did so, put it that there. Okay. And you're waiting. Maybe you're waiting for them to come and explain themselves. Okay. But it says wait. It has to be the perfect timing anyways. Okay. The mid-month you have the Two of Swords to the Eight of Wands. Ooh, to the Judgment card, but I like that. Yes, because you have another major arcana. So now you have a major arcana in the beginning of the month and then at the mid-month. I love it because now it's saying, okay, here we go. We're going to start this new phase. Here we go. We have sudden, quick action. You're moderately waiting. You're moderately doing what you're doing. Mid-month says you're going to have difficult decisions. There comes the challenge. Let's not forget the Saturn piece here because sometimes we forget, right? There's an overall message here. The overall message is Saturn, the part of you that accepts the challenge to gain the wisdom. So where's the challenge? The challenge is the difficult. Now you're going to have this challenging moments with the difficult decisions. Thinking that this could be, right, a stalemate. There's going to be some stagnation within the choices that you're making in the mid-month. But yet things are moving really, really fast, but it's got you kind of like in a stalemate, right? Sometimes when things move too fast, we can't move fast enough for it. Right? Because remember, you're in Virgo mode over here in this area. You're kind of just like diligently, painstakingly, just kind of, hesitant and humble about the situation. So you are a little hesitant, of course, and you have Virgo here as well. Why are you hesitant? Because as everything is moving so fast, you're trying to contemplate everything that's going on around. You're trying to make the best decisions of what is going on within the 7th house. Now it says a new phase is coming, the horn is blown, an inner calling is coming, and there will be a reckoning. Okay, so there's going to be this great awakening to this situation of what's going on around you, okay, during the mid-month. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of exciting mixed opportunities going around over here, okay, that's going to influence in your favor. It's actually in the mid-month, it's in your favor, right? The Judgment is right side up. Okay, so if it is you thinking about doing so, it could be even saying that there's going to be forgiveness and mercy within the 7th house of your partnerships, which you could also start seeing improvements in that area. So maybe it was a rash idea. Maybe it is something rash, but it is saying that you're going to have the improvement. Something is going to enhance, and the improvement is coming through this message. Yep, absolutely. So even though it could be a little bit, not knowing if it's to your disadvantage or not, it could be towards their disadvantage, however it is. but in the end, it's kind of glorifying itself as your intuition is sitting over here understanding that these quick decisions need to be made, knowing that someone is making quicker decisions than you can even follow up with, or vice versa. But you just feel like, you know what, this was a favorable risk. Is it a favorable? It's like you're weighing your pros and cons to the Ten of Pentacles. Is it a favorable risk, or is it a poor risk? Stuck at a crossroads. So really using your intuition with the High Priestess over here, you know, really getting down to the situation and trying to make these quick decisions as, you know, as suddenly and as fast as you can, because it just, like I said, it feels like the messages that are coming into you are faster than you can get your intuition flowing. You see what I'm saying? It's like, settle down over here. I can't even think that fast. You're blowing my phone up. So knowing that you're having this new phase, it still brings you to the crossroads. Is this a disadvantage? Do they really want to really improve this, or is it for themselves? Ooh, interesting. Or are they just upset because I'm leaving the situation? Do they really want to fix this? Four of Cups. It is uneasy. That's a lot of uneasiness with the Four of Cups. I mean, that's an uneasiness, literally, making you feel a little, it's going to make you feel uncomfortable because you're not sure exactly in the mid-month where you want to put your feet. And remember, the 15th is going to be the full moon, so you're definitely going to want your intuition is going to be open because the full moon is out. So it's definitely going to affect you there. So, you know, it's almost like I have to beware, though. I don't know if there's going to be misunderstandings. Is this going to be an impulsive action? So the part of you that accepts the challenge to the wisdom is about how you're going to balance out the situation. Are you going to nurture the deeper connections? Because really right now, the only deeper connections you're really nurturing, my friend, is within yourself, and really taking time out to get down to the bottom of the situation. Really balancing out what it is you truly need to fulfill yourself. Because right now, I don't see any fulfillment within this. It feels like that's very rushed, very heavy on the phone over here, typing away. Heavy on the fingers. Okay, but does it actually have the potential to grow? So your challenge to the wisdom is this actually going to go in my favor or not? I really have to be precise with this. For some of you, if it's a job, you may be looking for a new job opportunity. And if you have found one, I'm not saying that you did or not because I haven't seen it in the cards yet, but I'm just saying overall, if you have found a new opportunity and they're really trying to get you back, you might feel like the challenge to gain the wisdom is, if I take this new job, I'll be fine. If I take back my old job, what if it ends up the same way? Right? Is there enough here for me to actually say, okay, fine, I'll stay at this job? But then will I miss out on an opportunity for something better? So you don't want to be impulsive. And, a lot of signs are getting Mars energy, Taurus. I just did the other one. Who was it? Aries, Taurus, Aqua, Pisces, Capricorn. A lot of people are getting, the Mars energy. A lot. And there's a lot of impulsiveness that's going on with this reset, in certain houses. So what you have to ask yourself is this an impulsive move? Because you don't have any cards in here that are impulsive. Do you really want to take that impulsive action? You have the 10 of Cups to the Leo. There's the Leo coming out. Fire energy coming out. But you could also say, okay, well, this is where my fire is coming through. This is where I want to be. This is how I'm taking this time out for myself. Do I want to use that impulsion to do so? Or if I'm just going to use my own subtle power, use that divine harmony and that bliss and really meditate. It looks like you're still going to be planning for your future. I'm not telling you guys exactly where you're going or how you're doing things. That's not my job. My job is to show what could be. And what I'm seeing here is that you're finding your own inner happiness at the end of the month. And when the end of the month, we're going to have a Mercury retrograde, that could switch everything around for you as you're taking on this new idea, this new, this new um, way of thinking, expressing things, right? Because you have the Ten of Cups where you feel like you had the failure. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, where the grass wasn't green. You're actually, the situation is changing. You're allowing the reset to happen. You're allowing this new to come in. For the majority of you, it's showing it. It's showing it. I'm sorry. It's showing that it's changing in your favor, right? It's like, I'm sorry if you thought it was going to be one way or the other because maybe you wanted to fix something. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be hard to say how you're seeing it. For those of you who wanted this to go the way it wanted to go, no matter what, you're getting your Ten of Cups. So you can't say you didn't do something right. With the Queen of Spades over here, it's just that if it comes to family and stuff like that, it's always shitty because it's like, I don't want that to be this way, right? But then it ends up turning that way anyways. It's just like the fate of the Judgment card turns it that way. The fate of your own mind. You have the Queen of Spades. You're sticking up for yourself. You know where you're going. You know what you want. You have the devil right there, but the devil's like on your shoulder trying to tell you, hey, look, but you're having the courage to say, no, I'm not going to backtrack on that situation. I'm not going to do this. I'm not revisiting, I'm not revisiting the past. I'm not going to revisit the devil. I'm not going to revisit this. I have the destiny is in my hands and I'm going to use it wisely. And right there, you're going to start meditating and you're going to know exactly where you need to be. Wow. Okay. You know that you want new contracts and you have the change for new contracts. You're building something new. You're doing things that are more favorable for yourself. Right? So you're going to manage how to do this. And if it's just a reconciliation within your family with the Judgment card, it's saying it's not exactly going to be the way it was before, but the situation is changing into your own happiness. So now there's no more disputes between you and mom and dad or your sister and your brother. I've let it go. We've had mercy. We've had the redemption. We're done. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be different on everybody on how that's working out. So take that how it resonates. But however it is, you're going to get what it is you want in the end because it's falling that way, right? But it's all because, look at the middle of the whole deck is the messages of not just the higher self, but also this person blowing your phone up. Okay. And if it's definitely a new job, you're going to be finding your new job. Okay. Everything's going to work out. It just looks like everything's coming down and rerouting itself, for what it is you need. It's like taking it, this can also be a card of detour. So it almost feels like that's what it is. As I'm weighing my pros and cons, as I'm stuck at a crossroads, universe over here is detouring me because it knows I'm stuck. It knows that I'm not doing good over here. So I'm getting all my downloads. You're getting a lot of downloads as well with the Eight of Wands to the High Priestess. Okay. Things that are more realistic for where it is you're going, helping you improve the situation. Okay. You might even find that, this could even affect your second house. Okay, because that would be your career, that's your business, your career, finances, money. Okay, so if you know, like, my job, it's going to affect the second house, just like this seventh house can affect your fifth house, right? So because of love and romance, and then also the fourth house, if you're dealing with family members, right? So just remember, the seventh house is interesting because it can actually affect other places as well. Okay, depending on how things are going down. Okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.